Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Cross Studios here, and we are here with another LEGO Bill and Ted MOC. This is from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, or you could also say it's from the first movie as well. This is basically the Wild Stallions van that Bill and Ted use to drive around and get to the places they need to. And this is also the van where Station constructed the robot Bill and Ted's to defeat the other evil robot Bill and Ted. So it's a very interesting movie. If you haven't seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I definitely recommend it. So we'll get straight into our figures first, and then we'll move into our model. So we included 3 figures. There would be 4 with the set, but there is one that we don't have access to, which would be Station. And if you don't know, Station are basically these 2 scientists that they meet in heaven in the movie. And they kind of form into like one character in this one very odd scene in the movie. But to make that, you would need some molded pieces and stuff like that, and we didn't have access to that. So that would be in the set, but we also have Bill, Ted, and Death here. So Death isn't really too special. Very simple minifigure, obviously. Just have the face right there and the robes. See what that looks like. And then we also have Bill and Ted, obviously. Very simple. You can see what they look like right there. Got a scared face right there, and then we have kind of a "that's rad, dude" kind of face on the back. And then we also have Bill right here. He's just got a smiling face right there. He's got the jacket wrapped around his legs. We also have a scared face for Bill. So I thought those looked really cool, and these are the characters we decided to put in this model specifically. So let's move into the model. Alright guys, so here is the Wild Stallions van. Right here you can see it's a very big and bulky van, just like it was in the movie. And you can see we have the Wild Stallions logo on that side here that was printed out from the internet that we went and found a design for. And I think it looks really cool. You can see the Wild Stallions, it's just the basic logo, so there's not really much to it. You can see we have a lot of sleek designs. We kind of modeled this based off of the Mystery Machine. Not 100%, just a few design aspects like these slope pieces at the bottom that go up from the tires. We took a little bit of inspiration from that model because we thought that was a pretty nice version of a van model. That was minifigure scale. You can see we use one big glass piece on the front right here, and we have the lights, we have the license plate. We just have some slope pieces on the front right here, and you can obviously see the inside very easily, and you can actually see out to the back. Then on this side, we have a very cool playability feature with this door right here. We'll get into that in a minute. And then we have the back of the van right here. You can see the back license plate, and we have a rear bumper, obviously. And we also have some glass, and the top of the van is very simple, a lot of tiles and slopes. You can see we used a ton of these little slope pieces right here on this model. I thought those were super cool pieces, and we had a ton of them anyway, so we decided to use a lot of them on this model. Okay, so let's move on to, I guess we'll start with the back of the model. This is one of the bigger playability features. This is also with the Mystery Machine. Basically, we wanted to make it so the doors open up, but we made it very accessible to the inside by just making it kind of open up very wide, as you can see, so you can get to the inside of the van. We'll go on to the details of the inside of the van in a sec once I show you the second feature. But you can see how those open up, very simple. We do have doors on the sides here. These aren't really supposed to open. You can open them, but they're mainly just there to show that that's where a door would be, because adding a door in this thing would probably compromise the design of it. So we wanted to keep the design rather than make it so we have opening, doors and stuff like that. So we have that. We have the back doors, like I said, that open right here. And then we have a door right here, which has a very cool feature. So we'll start going to that by basically just removing the roof. You can see how we made that. Very simple design. A lot of pieces on this actual roof piece. But you can see the inside right here. And the inside's very detailed. I'll go in detail like that once I show you this feature. So basically we have a side door right here. And we have a very cool feature that opens up like this. So you can take your minifigures and have them go inside the sliding door. You can see we have a little caution piece right there. And we use droid arms to hook up the door like this. Basically just closes like that. And I think it works really well. It's not the most normal design, I guess you could say. But I think it definitely works really well for its purpose, which is just opening up and closing, which I thought was super cool. So let's move on to the inside of this model. So moving on to the inside of this model, it's a very messy van, obviously. You can see we have newspapers, we have cans, pizza, food, all kinds of stuff in here. We have a recorder, and if you can't tell, this is a miniature basketball hoop made from a life preserver piece and just some other pieces in there. I thought that looked really cool. That was designed by my brother. You can see there's some drinks and stuff like that. We have a little scratch board, and we also have a little tool up there. And like I said, this is also accessible from the back with this opening door. So there's a lot of opening doors with this, which is a really cool feature. Bauer thought of the opening door portion on the side of this car. He actually came up with the initial design of this van because I was designing a different Bill and Ted set. And then we went through and kind of fixed a lot of the design issues. The initial problem with the model is that it was too boxy, so we went through and added a lot of curves and stuff like that. I recommended that we work based off of the Mystery Machine since it was a very good design of a van. And you can kind of see how we hooked up this window piece right here. And if you didn't notice before, this is actually like a mirror up here. It's not a real mirror, obviously, but it's like where the mirror would be in the car, if you can see all the way down there. And then obviously we have the front of the car where you would put Bill and Ted. And we can fit them in there. It's a bit of a tight fit, but they do actually sit on studs. If you do it right, we kind of have to put his jacket up right here. You can see there's 2 studs on this side for Bill. And so Bill can drive the car. And then we also have a spot for Ted on this side. It's a bit of a tight fit, but like I said, if you do get them in there, there's studs for them to stick on so they don't move. And then you can clearly see them in the front of the car, which I thought was super cool, so you can see them driving. But this van is actually used to build the Good Robot Bill and Ted, like I said, from Station. So I thought it was a super cool model to make from the movie and to recreate that scene from. And overall, there's a lot of nice details, and I think it's very accurate to the film, which is cool, as well as having a decent amount of playability. And it's just a cool vehicle overall to even have in like a city setting if you really wanted to. So that's basically it for the model. Let's move into our conclusion. Alright guys, so that is basically it for this Bill and Ted model. We have more sets for this coming soon. And we're taking requests for different themes and movies or TV shows or something along those lines that you guys would like to see made into sets, or at least playability sets. We're going to be finishing up the Bill and Ted sets probably within the next month or so, or maybe less than that. It'll probably end up being less than that because we already have most of them done. And it's just about putting them out in a timely manner. So tell us what you guys want to see down in the comments below. We had a few ideas for what we wanted to do. I personally wanted to do some stuff based off of the movie Interstellar, if you guys have seen that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I just love Matthew McConaughey and all the characters in that movie. I just love the story. My brother wanted to do sets based off of Kill Bill, since he's already made a lot of the characters from that movie, or from both those movies actually. So those would be super cool as well. So tell us what you think of those in the comments below, and tell me what you think of this MOC in the comments below and what you think of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.